This is part one of our review and hunt report on the Savage Heavy Barrel Stainless B.MAG in 17 Winchester Super Mag. There will be a lot of shots, so hang tight. Video's coming up soon. Warning: this video contains images of legal hunting activities. If you are offended by these types of images, please leave now. Hey everybody, it's Eric from Varminter.com. As stated in the beginning of the video, I am reviewing the Savage B.MAG Heavy Barrel Stainless in 17 Winchester Super Mag. I'm also including in this at the end a few comments on the BSA 17 Super Mag scope. That's the scope that BSA came out with specifically for the 17 Winchester Super Mag cartridge, both the 20 grain and the 25 grain. I'm starting with a 6x24. I think they have a 4.5 to 14 as well. So I'll have some comments about that towards the end of the video. But this one's basically going to include some hunts I had here in Central California for ground squirrel. And then I also headed over to Arizona for prairie dog. So I was able to take a number of smaller varmints, ranging from about 1 pound up to about 3 to even 3.5 pounds with this combo. And, you know, right now I'll tell you, it worked out great. I did not have any issues. I know people have had issues with their Savage B.MAGs. This is the second Savage B.MAG that I have purchased, and again, I'm having no problems with it. Other than the stock, which, you know, it's black, it gets hot in some of the desert areas and Central Valley areas where I've been hunting, but that has been resolved as well. As you'll see at the end of the video, I'm going to show some pictures of the rifle in the new Boyd's thumbhole stock that I got. So stay tuned. I'm going to basically show a bunch of animals just getting shot in different situations. There's going to be a couple in there that are really good shots that'll go back and do a slow-mo, and there is a double in there that's, you know, they're standing in the shadows off to the side, but the 17 Super Mag was able to go through one ground squirrel and kill the one right behind it as well. And this is part one. Part two will show the Arizona trip. Two in the same exact spot. I have to thread this in. It's in some brush. This is 17 Winchester Super Mag. Let's see if I can get it through. I may not. I don't really have a clear shot. Let me just jump in here real quick. I zoomed back the camera. I'm not going to have you watch the whole thing, but I walked all the way out there. You can see the shot that I took through the trees. There I'm looking for it, putting on my gloves so I can pick it out of the brush, and I did hit it. And then as I walk off the screen on the right, I went ahead and clipped it and then brought back in the clip right when I walk up to the camera with the dead ground squirrel. But you can see how I was able to feed it through there. Again, this is the Winchester Super Mag out of the Savage B.MAG heavy barrel stainless. And this shot, it was accurate enough to, feed it through all the trees and such. You can see me there shaking it, holding it up, and kill it. Killed it instantly. So I'll let you get back to the video. Up the load. The end of the day, I've been shooting this rifle all day. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable about shots like this because I know where I'm hitting and I know that this rifle is on. Now, after saying that, I'm probably going to miss, but I'm going to go for it. He's getting antsy. Got him. So I'm going to give you guys an idea of how thick this brush is. It's a wood pile. Basically, all the trimmings from the trees are piled up. And of course, what happens is quail, rabbits, and ground squirrel start to use it as protection. So that's what he was sitting in. And might be a little dark, but that's how he ended up on his way down. He stopped, folded on a branch. He's in the bush. I'm going. You recording?
Yep.
So let me jump in here as we take a look at that last squirrel that I took right under the tank with the farmer's permission. Let me give you a setup on this. I had shot that ground squirrel that's sitting in the middle of the road dead earlier, and this squirrel came out because he wanted to eat him a little bit.
That's why they call me the Squirrel Whisperer.
He's nibbling around, checking on him as another one pops out. So he runs back, and as you'll see when I zoom out a little bit here, there are actually two of them on the right-hand side. And when I made the original shot of the guy in the middle, there was one on the right-hand side that I shot, which basically sprayed out a bunch of guts. So these two came out. They started eating on the guts, and they were hanging out on the right-hand side when they started to get lined up. And you'll see that right here, and then the shot which takes both of them out. Line up again, please. Okay, need to get down. Here's a group shot of some of the ground squirrels that I shot in that one area, including the double that I just showed you. So, to the rifle and to the scope. This Savage B.MAG, just like my first Savage B.MAG, I think it shoots great. As you can see with all the video, I made plenty of shots. Some of them way out there, some of them closer. But the consistency for me, I did not have an issue. Now, I know people have had issues with their Savage B.MAGs. And I, again, this is my second one, have not had any issues. So based on that, I can recommend it. I do not like the stock. I did replace it with a Boyd stock, which you'll see at the end. That's the only issue I had. Other than that, it functioned great. With regards to the BSA Super Mag scope, it's a $100 scope. I wasn't expecting a whole bunch, but it performed well. When I put it on the rifle, it fit well. You'll see a picture coming up here. And it was pretty clear when I was shooting it. However, just recently here, it's January 16th, within the last month, the scope turret stopped working. So I'm going to have to send it back to BSA and have them take a look at it and figure out what's going on. And I may end up replacing it with something else. But, and there's a picture of the scope, I didn't expect a whole bunch from a $100 scope, but it did perform better than I expected. I hope that makes some sense. And this is what my rifle looks like today. Those are 2 ground squirrels I took last month, and it's just beautiful. It's got the Boyd's featherweight thumbhole stock, and it shoots like a dream. So click here to subscribe. The second half of this video will be coming out in a few days. I will be at SHOT next week looking at all the new stuff, and I will have updates on my site, so hit us over at varminter.com. And thanks for watching.